What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the My Player Career Mode here in FIFA 17. This is episode number 32 now, and I want to start this episode off by giving you guys a quick apology because I actually missed a double upload yesterday, the first day, of course, of 2017, so not the best way to be able to start it, but the problem with that is because I've been changing my setup a lot, and I didn't have enough time to edit and get the video out that was supposed to come out, so this was scheduled to come out yesterday, but unfortunately I didn't have the time to be able to do it as I was very busy changing the setup of what I've got currently at home, and also I was out visiting family and stuff, so I never got around the chance to making this video, but hopefully you guys won't, hate me too much for it, and you won't, get too disappointed. It is only a day after, so you guys are still seeing it pretty quickly after that one, so yeah, fingers crossed you guys will still enjoy the episode no matter what, but we are into episode number 32 now, and of course we are still at Valencia, but the main problem for me is we haven't won a club trophy as of yet in this career mode. We've won a competition, and that was the World Cup, of course, with England. We managed to score in the final of that one to win the World Cup. But at club level, we're yet to win a trophy. We had a chance last year when we played, obviously, in the Valencia in the Copa de España, when we actually got knocked out by Real Madrid. We are in a Spanish trophy in this episode's second leg against, I do believe it is, I can't remember off the top of my head, but we are in a second leg, which we already currently lead 2-0. So my aim for this rest of this season is, of course, to do as well as we can in the league. We are sat like third or second at the moment, but it's also to try and win that cup competition there, because I want to win a club competition, because right now holding the World Cup is fantastic, but it only comes around every 4 years, and yes, it's the most prestigious competition you can win, but I still want to win something at club level as well, and that's what I'm aiming to do. So this season is going to be a big season in terms of that one for us. We are chasing the league title, but not only that, we are in the club competition, so I need to make sure that I'm on form. I need to make sure that I'm going to try and win the games, and of course the first game of today's episode comes at the hands of Las Palmas. They've got a few interesting names in there, one of them being Kevin Prince Boateng, of course. We all know about him from his time at Portsmouth in England. He then moved over and went over to play in Germany, and of course since then has gone over to play for Las Palmas. I rate Kevin Prince Boateng, I always have done. As an all-rounded midfielder, I think he's absolutely incredible. But the first chance of the game fell our way in this one, 15 minutes into it, when it was a nice passing move by us at Valencia here. Lovely little interchangeable passing, comes in the cross. I don't win the initial header, but eventually it does come back into me in the area. I managed to turn the defender brilliantly, take the strike on, and it went straight over the bar, and I was absolutely gutted with that one. I was thinking, you know what, it is my weaker foot, but that's just so appalling. I should at least be hitting the target from that one, not sending it over the bar. In my defense, I did try and do a low driven shot, but I didn't quite catch the driven shot correctly, and that's why it went miles over the bar. But we did have the first goal of the game inside 51 minutes of this one. A fantastic interception there on the left-hand side by Nani. Little flick back around the corner. I asked for the ball to be played eventually, I do believe, again. Comes through, a fantastic through ball from the teammate, and I absolutely smashed that one into the bottom corner to make it 1-0 here in the 53rd minute. But credit Nani for that one. If he hadn't have won the tackle there that he did, we wouldn't have been on the attack. But take a look at this for a through ball from our teammate. Absolute quality, just in the gap of the two defenders. I ran onto it and smashed that one in the back of the net. The keeper could do nothing against that one. That is just incredible. You know what? I actually rate that through ball a hell of a lot. When I was playing it at the time, I was thinking, you know what, it's just a general, through ball. But looking back at it, that through ball was absolutely incredible. So you can see me do my little celebration there, the little dance that we've currently got. That takes us on to 4 goals now in the Liga. Of course, we've missed a few months due to the fact that we were out injured, which is a bit of an annoyance, really, because, of course, I am chasing the top spot in terms of goals, and it seems as though we're probably not going to get there now due to the fact that we had that, of course, missed start of the season because we came back from the World Cup, and then we obviously had the injury as halfway through the season, which has made us miss 2 months there as well. So I'm a bit gutted at that, but we did have a second goal in this game, and if we can score like we are now, there is a chance that we can get that top spot of La Liga. Ronaldo right now is off the pace. He's still at Real Madrid, but for some reason isn't in the top 10 of the goal scorers. I think the top scorer at the moment is actually he's up there, is Messi, and I think there's one more up there as well. I can't quite remember, but we managed to get our second goal here in the 86th minute. This low-driven shot was incredible. A fantastic through ball yet again, and I have to credit my teammates for this game, because both my goals in this one would have not come if it hadn't been for 2 phenomenal passes through from my teammates. But this is a great finish, this one, into the bottom corner with the low-driven shot. Keeper did not stand a chance, into the side netting as well, just making sure it crept in that corner, and we did, in fact, creep in the corner, meaning we got ourselves a second goal in the game. Takes us on to 2 for the episode so far, and of course, we had a chance for a third here. I did try and square this, I think, in the end, or maybe I took the strike on. Yeah, I think I take the strike on because I'm on a hat-trick, and I wanted the hat-trick. I should have probably squared it, didn't do in the end, and I'm a bit gutted at the fact that we didn't get a hat-trick in this episode so far, but 2 goals is nothing to shake my head at, of course. We are now on 5 for the season as well. That takes us up to a very nice total for the season. And I'm happy to say that, of course, we are still chasing that top spot, even with that injury that we had out, of course. But £35 million is what Valencia paid for us last season, of course, in January. We are sort of matching that price tag, in my opinion. I think we've sort of scored the goals that have matched that price tag for £35 million. I said back then that that was a big amount of money to pay for a player who hadn't really established themselves yet. You know, we never hit the goal scoring heights that we have at Valencia at Hull. We never hit it at MK Dons. So, you know, the fact that they paid that much money showed a lot of faith in me, and I'm glad that I can be repaying that faith with the goals that I'm scoring. Last season, we hit something like 19 goals in 19 games, which is incredible as well. I think we got an assist in that season as well, so we ended up with a 20-goal contribution over 19 appearances. This season so far, I think we're on 5 in about 4. I could be a bit wrong there, but yeah, we're doing pretty well for ourselves as well. So I'm just glad that I am managing to repay the faith that the manager put in me with that huge signing that he made of us, a massive amount of money to be spending on a player, like I said, that has not established themselves in football yet. So, you know, it's a big fee, and sometimes it can get to players' heads, but I'm not really going to let that happen to me. So you can see we went into the second game, and it is against Levante in the Copa de España at Stadio Clásico. And as I said, we have a 2-0 aggregate lead over Levante in this one. You can see the rest of the clubs on your screen, how the first legs went for them. Real Madrid actually drawing 1-1 with Celta Vigo in that one, so that could be a giant already knocked out of this competition, depending on results there. Barcelona with a comfortable 2-0 aggregate lead as well, or 3-0 aggregate lead, sorry. It seems as though they will be going through to the next round. But this game was a very, very tough one. I mean, we had the majority of the chances in this one. I tried my best to get the goal in this one as well. I was playing a little bit off fitness due to the fact that I had the game literally a couple of days before this one, but you know, with a 2-0 aggregate lead, my only aim was to come here and just sort of enjoy it and just try and grab myself a goal if I possibly could. And 28 minutes into it, we had the first chance of the game. A fantastic little dink round the corner there to my teammate who goes onto it, and an absolutely brilliant finish at the end of the move makes it 1-0 to us and a 3-0 aggregate lead. And at that point, I was saying to myself, you know, we've done it pretty much. If we throw a 3-0 aggregate lead away, you know, I'd be extremely frustrated with the fact that that would happen. But it seems as though we were comfortable in this game already. Inside 30 minutes, we were controlling most of the play. And the fact that we managed to get the goal as well, to settle the nerves of the players, it just made it that little bit better for ourselves. So 3-0 aggregate lead. And it seems as though we will be moving on into the next round of the Copa de España. Little through ball into the gap. It's not the greatest of finishes, I have to say, by Madran. It's not in the corner, but the keeper doesn't save it regardless. And, of course, that was the way the game would end. So one chance in the game for you, and it ended up being the goal of the game. So you can see 3-0 aggregate lead means we move on to the next round. And coincidentally, guys, Real Madrid were actually knocked out by Celta Vigo. You'll see the results on your screen in just a second coming up here. You can see the rest of the teams that are going to be in the next round of the Copa de España. Barcelona being one of them, they absolutely smashed their team. I'm not sure who it was that we were playing, but you can see the results on your screen in just a second. Real Madrid, as I say, did get knocked out by Celta Vigo, so that's one of the giants already gone. So in my opinion, there's no reason why we can't go on and win this. You can see Celta Vigo there won the game by 2-1. Barcelona actually playing Malaga. They actually ended up winning 6-3 on aggregate, which is incredible. So it ended up being 3-3 there in the second leg. You know, Bilbao knocked out by Villarreal. You can see the rest of the results on your screen, as you can see going through the entire thing. But as I say, Real Madrid not in the next round, meaning that that's comfortable for us. And hopefully we can go on to the final of that competition and possibly get our hands on the first club trophy of the series, which would be nice to do as well. We went into the third and final game, though, of the episode coming up here. By the way, guys, I apologise if I'm talking a bit quickly. It's just I've always spoken quickly when I was younger and stuff, so with me doing YouTube and stuff, I'm trying to get away from talking as fast as possible, but sometimes I end up breaking into stuff where I end up going just rapid. And so if I'm talking too fast, just hit me with a comment and just let me know if I'm talking too quickly for you guys to understand what I'm trying to get at. So I'll try my best to slow it down, but sometimes it just comes naturally to me. I am a very fast talker. And of course, sometimes it works, other times it doesn't. You can see the league table on your screen. We are at second, a point, or on the same points rather than Barcelona with just a few goals difference. Real Madrid down in 5th. They're not having the greatest of starts to this campaign. But Barcelona at the moment and us are joint top in terms of points. We are slightly behind on goal difference, but that's nothing to worry about because we still have to play Barcelona to come in the series, of course, or in this season. We went into this game here full of confidence. We grabbed ourselves 2 goals in the opening game of the episode, but then we grabbed ourselves a goal in there, or an assist in the last one. So, you know, in terms of goal contribution, we've had 3 in the last 2 games. So there's no reason why, and that, you know, I mean no disrespect by this, but in all honesty, I didn't recognise the team, and therefore, you know, when I come up against a team like this and I don't recognise who it is, and I think to myself, this should be quite comfortable, it was entirely comfortable. You can see the team on your screen right now that Valencia named. It's a bit of a weaker one, but we still had Nani out on the left to help us out in this game. We still have Enzo Perez down the middle as well, of course, so a very, very good midfielder. I do recognise the name of the team, actually, I beg your pardon, but I don't recognise any of the players. Therefore, I was thinking to myself, going into this, you know, if I'm going to get a chance at a hat-trick, this is probably going to be the game, because the last one, of course, in the league, where we hit in the first game of the episode today, we hit 2. We had a chance to make the hat-trick, but it was a good save in the keeper. But this one, I was comfortable, I was playing good, I was playing well, And so I felt, you know, going into this, there was a chance at a hat-trick during the game, and this game could not have gone any better than what it did for me. I'll tell you that right now. The first chance of it and the first goal of it actually fell inside 34 minutes. A lovely little passing move eventually comes back to me in the area. I get a lot of luck with the defender making a poor clearance. Nani wins the header, I do believe, in the end, or rather the defender wins the header, but it comes back to us. And then as soon as the ball comes in here, this is a fantastic through ball yet again. I said it in the opening game of the episode. Some of the through balls that my teammates are playing through right now are absolutely incredible. I think it's Enzo Perez with this one. Straight through the gap of the two defenders. Says thank you very much. And I'll absolutely finish that one off in the bottom corner. Simple, tidy football, in all honesty, from us. And that's what's going to probably win us the league title here at Valencia. If we are going to win the league, we have to do the simple stuff correctly. And that's absolutely quality there. Fantastic through ball. And the finish at the end of it is absolutely sublime. So at the end of the day, when we're playing in this sort of form, there's no reason, as I say, why we cannot hit that top spot in terms of league goal scorers. And you can see 6 goals now in a Liga Santander. One of you guys actually let me know in a previous episode that there's no such thing in FIFA as the World Player of the Year, which I'm a bit gutted about because I do think that we would be shortlisted and we probably would win it, but you know, we'll have to wait and see. I'm not sure how far away I am from going into the new year in this series. We'll have to just wait and see for that one as well. But as I say, I'm a bit gutted at the fact there is no World Player of the Year, because straight after we scored that goal, we went ahead and got ourselves a second in the game. 41 minutes into it, a fantastic cross in the end from my teammate, and I just managed to get on the end of that, sliding in and making it 2-0. And this is what I'm talking about. When you're playing, or when your team is playing this well, it's an absolutely just incredible to play my player. Like, honestly, when your team's playing well and when you're only controlling your player, it's just a breath of fresh air. But sometimes your team can be absolutely appalling, meaning you never get a touch of the ball and stuff like that. That's the other side of my player that I do not like. But the fact is, my team right now at Valencia are playing out of their minds, and that takes us on to 2 goals so far in this game and our 7th for the season. So we've got a second half to go. Can we hit the hat-trick is the question. I've yet to hit it in this episode. I can't remember if I've hit one this season so far. I think I hit one last season, but I'm not sure if I've hit one already in this season. So we could have hit our first one there. I could be wrong though. We could have already hit one. It's been a long time since I last played my player, in all honesty. But 76 minutes into it, we did have the hat-trick, and it came at the hands of a fantastic move in the end. I got past a couple of defenders, little ball inside to my teammate. He gives it off, and eventually it comes back off the post here, and I don't quite know what happened, but eventually the ball falls to me in the area, and it's just a predator finish, in all honesty, to make it 3-0. So a very comfortable game for us. Not only that, we've hit a hat-trick, and it was a very, very nicely worked hat-trick as well. I had to work for it, you know. The 2 passes that gave me the opening 2 goals of the game here were incredible. This one is just so unselfish by my teammate. Yes, it should have gone in from Nani, but this is a nice back heel. I get on the end of it and just managed to poke that one past the goalkeeper to make it 3-0. And I couldn't quite believe how well the goals were crafted in today's episode. They're absolutely quality from team play to absolute, you know, just quality by myself. But you know, as I've said to you guys, when you're playing well and when your team's playing well, it's so nice to play my player. And the only chance for Leganes basically came in this part of the game. The shot went well wide of that bottom corner, but eventually the keeper gets the ball back in play, and we managed to hit a 4th goal. And this has to be the pick of the bunch for me. I absolutely love the way this goal went in. You'll see it's a nice passing move yet again from Valencia. It starts with the goalkeeper, as I did say. He gives it off, I do believe, into the left back here, Jose Gaia. Gaia turns, feeds it into the middle of the park, and then this is just such a good through ball yet again. You know, I asked for it to be played, and it's gone straight through the middle. I take the touch, a bit heavy from me, twice take the touch, and just dink the goalkeeper with the right foot. I'm not even right-footed, but that's an incredible finish, and that has to be, as I say, the pick of the goals of today's episode. It was incredible. The through ball, everything about it, the little dink over the keeper as well, just to make it 4. And we, for the first time in the series, have hit 4 goals in a single match. The first time we've ever done it in the series, and it came at the hands of Leganes. And I said to you guys going into it, I felt I would be quite comfortable in this game of the episode. No disrespect to them, but I just felt as though if I was going to hit a hat-trick, it was going to be in this one. But we've hit more than a hat-trick. We've hit 4 goals, and it means that now we move on, I do believe, into, was it 8 or 9 for the season. So a very comfortable goal haul in today's episode. We managed to hit 6 league goals in 2 league appearances, and also got ourselves an assist as well against in the cup game there. So comfortable, and you can see we had an absolutely dominant performance. And this is what I'm talking about. Professional difficulty, guys. I'm going to have to try and bump up the sliders for the AI, because it seems as though right now they're not comfortable going forward. I mean, if I bump it up to Legendary, the 2 teams sort of knock each other out and you don't get any chance in the game. So maybe I have to bump up the sliders slightly in terms of these shots and stuff like that. So we have to just see if they can create more chances in a game. But, of course, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. And that's going to pretty much wrap up this episode, guys. If you have enjoyed, smash that like button. And as always, I will catch you all for the next episode very soon. Adios!